President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are set to hold a news conference at the White House. But in the meantime, it is kind of hard to believe it's been only 2 weeks since President Trump was sworn into office. And since then, 47 has moved at warp speed to enact his agenda. The White House is celebrating by putting out this video.
We are 2 weeks in, and President Trump is already delivering big wins for the American people. Trump declared a national emergency, deployed the military, ended catch and release, declared a national energy emergency, labeled the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and he is deporting criminal illegal aliens, and he signed the Laken Riley Act into law. Signed more than 45 executive orders. DEI has been purged from the government, took 12 times more press questions than Joe Biden did in a week. Promises made, promises kept, and we're just getting started.
And the president himself making this comment about his first 2 weeks.
I think we have the finest people ever recruited for government.
Will it take an active Congress?
And you know what? You're starting to see that because we've done more in 2 weeks than Biden's done in 5 years, 6 years. They could be here between him and Obama.
Greg, it is pretty interesting.
This is a new era, and I don't think you can go back to the old era. Speed is everything. The Dems aren't used to this approach. My memory is that Republicans would work on one thing at a time, and it was like each bill was a bespoke item that might take 4 to 6 weeks to get it delivered. But Trump's like an assembly line. And the Democrats are Lucy and Ethel trying to keep up, wrapping the chocolates as they whiz by on the assembly line. Is that a reference that is too old for you people?
Why not?
I think the audience at home goes, oh, I remember that classic episode.
I showed it to Kate last week.
You know, and I've used the favorite restaurant analogy before. You don't have to like everything on the menu to give it 5 stars on Yelp. But you might find one issue, that's not for me. Maybe it's what Jessica doesn't like. But taken together, you can feel a purpose, at work, which is America first, no bluffs given. I don't think anybody has seen this before. It's a phenomenon. Is it because we just had incompetent people, or we didn't know what to ask for? And Trump was the guy that just keeps asking, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? And then he opens up the hood of the car to show you how it's doing. This is all happening in real time. You got Musk on X telling you what's going on with Doge. You are learning so much while this is happening.
I think also, Judge, it's partly because of the contrast with Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And that in a way, it's almost as if having Biden there to do all of the terrible things that happen, now you can look and get all the transparency and some fixes.
Yeah, it is amazing. I mean, the difference is astonishing, and it's astonishing. And I don't think the American people have ever seen this before. A government that has moved this quickly and a president that has done so much when it comes to the border and energy and major investments from other countries for AI and, even widening the press briefing room. And, this is being done on Trump time. It's like warp speed. I think Peter Navarro came up with that. This is Trump time. The American people voted for change, and they're getting change, and they're getting great people to do it. And every day we're seeing, it's like we're flies on the wall in the Oval Office. He's saying, I'm signing this now. This is for the American people. We said we would do it. And it's like we're working in the Oval Office. And, Wall Street is booming right now. AI investment is great. And, for law and order, the cartels have been declared foreign terrorist organizations. The other countries in the world are literally on their knees when they were pushing against Trump. Now they're saying, no terrorists, please. We'll do whatever you want. And the finest people are recruited. I think America is excited. And just one more thing. When you've got AOC and Schumer, and they're out there complaining, they're like in the wilderness. And it's almost like when they talk about guacamole and all this other stuff, food, we're worried about food. It's like they don't even care about that. They just want to talk negative about the president. I was going to say another word.
Jessica, it's almost as if I can imagine the Democrats on a treadmill and President Trump just keeps on pushing up the speed to see if they can keep up.
The incline is the worst part for me. Look, it has moved quickly. Absolutely. And it's hard to keep up. I know that everybody, no matter how you feel about these policies, is struggling to make sure that you have the most current information before you go on national television and say 6,000 people have been, we unfroze the froze. It's a lot. But I've been thinking a lot about Greg's restaurant.
Oh, thank you.
And I agree. I don't like seafood. That was your original example, but I love steak. And surf and turf, it's a thing. And those are some of the best restaurants. But there was really one menu item that the American public wanted. And they wanted their cost of living to come down, right? So just in the first couple of weeks, we have seen interest rates not coming down, mortgage rate not coming down, inflation not coming down. And now if you go to Waffle House, you pay an extra 50 cents per egg because of how expensive eggs are. We've gone to Whole Foods or wherever you shop.
That's a lagging indicator.
Okay. And you
that
had the
that's from
president
Biden.
threatening a trade war, admitting that it'll cost Americans. He did back off of it, and he got a deal with both Canada and Mexico that
They
had
backed
already
off.
existed.
They backed
didn't.
off.
Justin Trudeau repurposed the December bill or proposal that had already been accepted, and then he added a fentanyl czar for the 42
Whose
pounds.
side are you on?
I'm on the
Jessica?
side of the Americans
Why
that
do you
want their
sound like
cost of
you're on Trudeau's side?
Justin Trudeau seems like a lovely man.
Why
anyway,
are you rooting for Canada?
Not so
I'm
much.
explaining that the way that
You're not
are
explaining. You're complaining. There's a difference, Jessica. And you should be on
do not
America's side.
mansplain
When
to me
we're
on national
muscling
television.
Canada and Mexico into accepting our
That's not
terms
true. Call
on
your shot
trade
and send
and on
5,000
immigration and on
extra troops
drugs,
for Joe Biden.
you should be thanking Donald Trump instead of complaining.
It happened under
This
Biden's
is-
watch, that deal.
Also, the egg hoax.
yeah.
Come on, Jessica.
What?
This isn't MSNBC. We know what happened with the eggs
What
and the
happened with
bird
the
flu.
eggs?
Biden killed 1 million birds because his person who was supposed to oversee the bird flu missed it.
Oh, I'm glad
All
that
right?
we have a new
Remember when
vaccine.
fathers get hit by cars and all of a sudden they have this superhuman strength
No.
when the car's on their
No,
baby
adrenaline.
and they can pick the
Adrenaline.
car up
Yeah.
and take their baby? That's Trump. This country was the baby that Biden had hit with the car. And he had come along and he had saved this child, this United States of America. And that's why things are happening so fast, Jessica. We needed superhuman strength because of the disaster over the last 4 years. Isn't it amazing what you can accomplish when you don't have people sabotaging you like they did the first term? The intelligence community, the mainstream media making up hoaxes. It's incredible
said there
also
was an
what
egg
you can
hoax.
do. I'm talking about Russia. With a united Republican Party, you just saw Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. both voted out of committee. A lot of people didn't think that was going to happen. The media is crippled. No one takes them seriously anymore. And the Democrats are experiencing some sort of political identity crisis, which just makes everything so much easier to make America great again when you guys don't get in the way.
Wow, I thought you said you were going to say something outrageous.
Yeah.
I crossed that out.
Okay.